for better or for the worse. As long as we're together, we'll make it through this. I knew that it was true from the very first time I kissed your lips. I know every day is a new adventure, and sometimes you may feel like giving up, but you just gotta look back and remember what we're made of. I'll stay by your side when storms are raging. I will hold you close tonight, and I won't let go until the morning light. I'll stay by your side. There's so much more to you than what meets the eye, a beauty that goes deeper than the surface. I've waited my whole life to find someone who gives love a purpose. I'll stay by your side when storms are raging. I will hold you close tonight, and I won't let go until the morning light. Oh, I'll stay by your side.
Chloe, little did I know that the girl I was introduced to on the first day of Worship U in July of 2019 is the girl that I would end up marrying on this day in August of 2020. I didn't know it then, but I quickly found out that you were the answer to a prayer I had weighing on my heart entering those 2 weeks of Worship U. And here I am standing in front of you as we find ourselves entering a covenant between each other and God to love, support, and protect each other for the rest of our lives. Before God, you, our family and friends, I make these vows to you. I vow to love you endlessly, selflessly, and as Christ loves the church and gave himself up for her until the day I'm called home to heaven. I vow to love Jesus more than I love you and continually try to pursue him in everything I do. I vow to partner with you in your walk with Christ. I vow to make our house a place that serves and worships the Lord. I vow to raise our children in the ways of the Lord, always praying over them and interceding for them. I vow to be obedient to the callings that God has on our family and marriage and vow to obey them joyfully. I vow to protect you, lead you, encourage you, uplift you, and be your earthly rock. I also vow to someday learn how to cook a meal without using a microwave. For those of you who know me, I can only cook with a microwave. I give you permission to call me out when you do not see me holding up to my vows, and I hope you forgive me when I do not, knowing that I am an imperfect human. But this imperfect human promises you that I will do my absolute best to remain true to these vows for the rest of our days together. You are the one whom my soul loves. And lastly, to quote Song of Solomon 8:6-7, the one time I feel like I can quote Song of Solomon in any circumstance. Put me like a seal over your heart, like a seal on your arm. For love is as strong as death, jealousy as severe as the grave. Its flashes are flashes of fire, the very flame of the Lord. Many waters cannot quench love, nor will rivers overflow it. Let's go build a life together.
If someone would have told me a year ago today that I'd be standing here getting married to you, I might have looked at them like they were out of their minds. Because the truth is that neither of us knew what the Lord had in store for us. We would have never known the journey that the Lord was going to take us on. Who would have thought that a girl from a small town in Michigan would somehow end up marrying a city boy from across the country in California? Not me. Loving you has made me realize that the kind of love that I dreamt of all my life wasn't just a far-off fantasy, but instead it was real. Instead, it was a tangible feeling of my own little touch of heaven here on earth. Loving you will be the greatest thing that I will ever get to do in this lifetime, and I cannot wait to pursue you and love you every day for the rest of my days. I didn't fall in love with you, but I walked into love with you. I see Jesus in your eyes, and I can feel the heart of God in your smile. Your voice has quickly become my favorite sound, and your touch my greatest joy. You make it easy to love you, Saiki. And today, I promise that I'll never stop loving you. Today, I promise you that I will continue to pursue you and your heart for as long as I live. I promise you that I will support you in every season of life and support the things that the Lord is calling you to, no matter what the sacrifice. I promise to never stop being willing to continuously learn from you. And Saiki, my greatest honor in life will be to know all of you, and it is my commitment today to always love all of you. I promise to never put an expectation on you or our life or on our marriage to be perfect, because we know that we live in a fallen world and we're imperfect people. But I vow to you to always look at God's perfect love for us as an example to love you the best I can and choose you each and every day. I promise to make a home for you and for our children, and to never cease believing that God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. I promise that no matter what life throws at us, I will never allow my circumstances to determine the outpouring of joy in our lives. I promise to pursue you with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience, and to never stop choosing forgiveness. I promise you that we will never have to say goodbye. My favorite part about today is the fact that we don't have to say goodbye anymore. From the 4, sometimes 5-hour-long FaceTime call when we should have been on the phone, to the hours of plane rides to see you, to the many and many of tears cried because of missing you. After today, we don't have to say goodbye anymore, and that's what I'm most excited about. So today, Saiki, I take you to be my best friend each and every day, my husband for the rest of my life, and a father to the children, and the place we get to call home. You are my home.
Until the morning light, oh, I'll stay by your side.
My speech won't be as grand as Roger's was last night, but I did want to say a few things. You know, as I was thinking, Chloe and Saiki, the perception in reality of people sometimes are drastically different. You think of people's concept of grass is always greener on the other side of the road, right? My grass is greener. Guys across the street's grass is greener. It's all a perception. It's just like marriage, right? There's no marriage that's easy. It takes work. It takes work to be successful. Look at your parents, myself and Wendy. Anybody that's married will tell you that it takes work. Marriage is not something that you just step into and 50 years later, you're done, right? Believe it or not, there's going to be times when you guys don't get along. You may even argue. It's hard to believe right now. Right now, it's hard to believe. But, I want to wish you both the best. you know, Chloe. Chloe was the worst child ever. The first year of her life, she was the worst child ever. The following 19 years has been a blessing. We love you. And with that blessing, Saiki, we want to give her to you, for you to cherish her, honor her, and love her the way that we do. And also know that we've been praying for you for a long time. We welcome you to our family. We love you. And we love that you love our girl. And we ask that you treat her like the queen you believe she is. And Chloe, treat him like the king that he is. Right? Other than that, I figured I'd start the night out, right? But I love you guys. Thank you.